Welcome to the Lara Jane Layton Show. This podcast is for you, the person who keeps putting others first. Your self-talk has held you back. You no longer need to take a second seat. Let's explore ways to overcome self-doubt. You can silence that inner bully voice and achieve your full potential. Here's your host, Lara Jane.
Hello, listener. It's your host, Lara Jane, and it's Challenge Day. And this week, I think it would be way fun to rethink our definition or our thought about forgiveness. So let's think about forgiveness. What does that imply? If I have to forgive you, I'm assuming you did something wrong. If I have to forgive me, I'm assuming I did something wrong. But did we do something wrong? What is it that we signed up for? What is it that we're trying to learn? If I want to learn forgiveness, somebody has got to do something to teach me to forgive. If I want to learn patience, somebody's got to do something that requires me to exercise that patience button or process. So, what is forgiveness? I think if we start to reframe it to allow, I don't need to forgive you. I need to allow you to be you and to work on my responses to your behavior. Good or bad, doesn't matter. It's my response to your behavior that I need to control. So I need to allow everybody to be who they are, regardless of what triggers that were inspired by an action of yours. Now, let's go even deeper here, because are you bad? Do you need to forgive yourself? Or do you need to recognize that you did the best you could do with what you had at the time, knowing that you are stronger and wiser every day? That it's okay that I kind of messed up. It's okay that I didn't do what I now know to be the right way for me. It's allowing our growth process. You don't need to forgive that inner child for closing up and hiding because somebody hurt it. We need to allow to acknowledge that it did what it needed to survive. And you're here today because your child, you, did the things that it did, that your parents did the things that they did, that your siblings did the things that they did, that your friends, the acquaintances, people, your clergy, whoever, who you are today in all your glory and strength, or in all of your, I'm all messed up and I need to get fixed. Whatever step you are in between those two, guess what? There's no reason to forgive. There's a reason to allow and to move on, to move through it, to learn through it, to grow through it. So next time somebody does something that you think you have to forgive, you don't. They don't need your forgiveness. You can allow them their path. You don't want to interact with them? You don't have to. If you don't want to cross that bridge again, you don't have to. But you still need to understand that they are them, and the only person we can change in this world is ourselves and our responses to the other situations. So when we expect people to behave and to behave is the only word I can think of. We domesticate an animal. We teach it to be potty trained. We teach it to do things how we want our house to be ran. And when it messes up, we get angry. But if that animal was wild, it wouldn't have all these rules. And we need to know that every soul is a wild being, and they don't need your rules, my rules. I need to allow them to run their own rules. Does that mean I condone things that hurt people? Your freedom does stop where somebody else's begins. And taking advantage and hurting people just for the sake of being more powerful and more glorious than they are isn't the right way to do it. But at the same time, I can't change that. I can't mend. I can't break your learning process, but I can respond differently. So we are not going to forgive ourselves. We are not going to forgive anybody else. Our lives evolve. Our lives grow. We are going to allow every individual to be them, to be the person that they want to be. If they cross that line and break into my freedom, I don't have to be around them. But I have to allow them their process. I have to allow me my process. Oh, heck yes, I would love all those layers of the onion to get out of here and that my true soul was shining all the time. But I've hidden it. My soul is hidden by layers and layers and layers of my own personal domestication and all the things I think the world should be like. And I am working on allowing myself the compassion and time to make the changes it needs to be a better me tomorrow than it is today, and better by my standards and not anybody else's. It's okay. Yes, I've had other people hurt me. Yes, I have been walked over. Yes, I have been taken advantage of. It wasn't their fault. Yes, it was another external influence, but I allowed it. I chose it. My energy, the energy that I exist in the world right now, is what allows those things to happen. And until we realize that we are in control of our responses, there's always going to be something to forgive. But when you realize that you just have to allow and let the responses change and support the best you can be, and that's your choice of what that is. So for this week, every time you feel like you need an apology from somebody or you need to forgive somebody, realize we just need to allow it. Because through the crap going on in this world, people are changing. And then some are changing faster than others. We're waking up. We're seeing the light. Allow everybody to wake up at their own time. Some people have to rise slow. Some people jump right out of bed. But we're all changing. We're all growing. We're just on a different level of that process. So I allow you to be you. And I allow me to be the me I am today, knowing I'm going to be a different me tomorrow. Have a great day. Enjoy the challenge. We don't have to forgive anybody. We just need to allow everybody to be who they are. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Are you tired of waking up exhausted? You are not alone. If you're looking to take your life back, let's start with the simple step of adjusting your self-talk. Stay tuned for the next episode with your host, Lara Jane. Remember to follow the show so you don't miss a next simple step that you can use to feel more confident. And please leave an honest review.